Hey everybody, welcome in. Miss Sharon and Rosalind. I know there's a delay, but I'm glad to see y'all are here today. We'll wait for a few more people. Hi Rachel. Wait for a few more people to come on. But I'm gonna try to be as quick as I can today because my godchild is actually playing in a softball tournament this evening. I want to try and make it. Hi Miss Merlinda. Hi Marlies. Welcome. Glad to see y'all here. Today we're going to be doing the Iris Mini Crossbag by A Quaint Stitch. And it's actually a free pattern. I have their site listed below in the description. But what we're doing today, like I said, it's a free pattern. I've done this one before, and it is what did she call it? A confident beginner, because it has hardware on it here, and then it has some rivets on it as well. So actually the last one I made, it's behind me, it's right here. It's a cute little crossbody bag for every day. I mean, it holds what you need. I have a magnetic snap on it as well. And there's some top stitching on the, and you piece it together, and it comes together pretty nice. So turn so I can see. But so we're going to go ahead and get started. So if y'all have any questions, just let me know. Also, some of the materials I'm using today, I've linked, put in my description. I have Amazon links to it. So if you would like to purchase them at the same place, most of them are on Amazon. Some things I do purchase at Hobby Lobby. Can y'all hear me all right? I want to make sure my mic is working. It worked all right last time. Thanks, Miss Merlinder. I'm glad you caught me live. This seems to be a lag today, and I'm not sure. My other son is here. No, he's outside. He shouldn't be streaming on anything. Okay, good.
I'm right here.
Not you, son. The other one. Sorry. Both my boys are home. Um, so this is where we're going to be doing today. Oh, sorry, this light is in the camera. So if you can go back and look, they have very good instructions in here. They have the pictures as well. But the finished size is going to be a 9 inch by 7 inch, 9 inch width, 7 inch height, and 2.25 in depth. Like I said, it's a confident beginner. The designer is Nipa Suraj. I don't want to mispronounce her name, but A Quaint Stitch is where I got it. Like I said, and it is a free pattern, so you can go to that and download it. You can make it into a crossbody. The strap I made on it, I think, is long enough for that. It is a crossbody, but you can also make it into just a shoulder bag. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So like I said, I want to try to get out of here in a decent amount of time. I have the materials that are required for it. It doesn't take too much yardage. And also today, I haven't done, I have my unboxing video, but today I will be sewing on my new Juki. It's a TL18 QVP. It's a little bit a step up from the TL 2010 because it has a couple more features. It actually has more presser feet with it, and then they have what they this let's see if I can show y'all. In my camera now. So it has this button up here, which allows me to move my it's called a float. It move my presser foot. Sorry, y'all. Moves my presser foot up to accommodate the thickness of my material. So when I'm going over corners and things like that. But I'm excited to have it. I love it. It's I still like my Janome, and I'm going to still be using that for the decorative stitches and things like that. This one is a straight stitch. Like I said, is very similar to what Shay Shay has, the 2010 TL 2010Q. Like I said, it just has 2 additional features, and for me, I thought it was worth it to pay a little bit more because I do sew a lot of bags and go through a lot of thick material. Like I said, and this will let my presser foot float over the material to where I don't have to use a hump jumper or stress out my presser foot. So, thank you. Hey, Stacy. So let me say a few hellos, and like I said, we're gonna get started. Hi, Rosalind. Hi, Miss Sharon. Hi, Rachel. Marlise. Merlinda. Let's see. Abby. We go here. Hey, Stacy. Okay, that's it. I really appreciate y'all for coming in. I really, really do. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to switch my camera to my machine, my table. There we go. So, like I said, Juki, and it's very, very heavy. And it has some suction feet on the bottom as well. It has some suction feet on the bottom, and it does not move. I have to really push it to move it. And it comes with the extension table as well and a cover. The cover is really, really nice. It has this is a hard side, and then it has I guess it kind of looks like it's plastic. It looks like, but it's a thick plastic, and it has space for I can cover it and carry it. So, but it's a really nice cover that came with it. It's not like the hard ones all my other machines have where you can't fold it to put it up when you're not using it. Because this will fit really nice. And then the extension table that I have is really, really big. I haven't used it yet, but it's a really nice extension table. Open this up. That's why, because I have my knee lift that came with it. It stores itself underneath the extension table, which is pretty cool. But it's got a lot of feet on it to keep it sturdy. That's for sure. And there you go. It's very, very big extension table. It's very nice. And it has the access door for my bobbin. When I need to change my bobbin, I can still get into the bobbin here. So, but we're not going to use the extension table today because the purse I'm doing, I need to have room on the side, and this will be when I'm doing some different types of purses, like maybe a banana bag or something like that. You don't have to have a lot of, you can have a flat surface. So, okay. Oh. Get all that out the way so we can get started. So, like I said, today we're gonna, I have most of my interfacing done on this. I use SF101. Today I'm actually using a new, I'm trying it out. It's the first time. It calls for a foam interfacing or decovil light, but I found this fusion shape at, it's Pellon at Hobby Lobby. And I wanted to try it in the place of the foam and the decovil light. So it's a flex, so you can move it around and shape it. So I'm hoping it'll work well with this purse. We'll try. I'm gonna try it out and see. But I got this at Hobby Lobby if anybody's interested. I'm sure they have it on Amazon somewhere. And this it's actually 15 by 36, and I paid $7 for it. So. And I can get, if I made 2 purses out of this, I can get 2 purses done. So, okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is our side side pieces for the side of the purse. This is I started it, but I need to finish it. I put 2 pieces together like this, and I'm gonna trace out the little part where we're going to put our rivets in. If I can find the little piece. I was moving things around right before the live, and I didn't lose it. If not, we'll have to wing it. Okay. So, and this is the pieces of that fusible. You can move it. It's almost like, it's like a hard felt, I guess. So if y'all hear noise, my husband's outside mowing. So he so he could get out of the house. That's what he went to do. So I cannot find my piece that I need to cut it with. Okay. Alright, so we'll have to wing it. So basically, you can make it anything you want, but it was an oblong piece. So I'm just going to make it into, I'm going to draw it out so we can get started. Let's see, let me find something. And it was 3.5 inches by 2.5. Well, the part that I needed was 3.5. But let's see, we're gonna draw. My pen's not working because this little block is 2.5. That was my son. Bless you, son. Sorry. 2.5 by 3. Okay. It's 1.5 inches wide, so the other side's gonna go here. Does everybody have big plans for the weekend? I'm going to draw my other one on this side. Because I need 2 of them. I need 1 for each side of the purse. So I lost my piece, so it's sometimes we gotta wing it. Now we're just gonna draw around to make it match in sides. I think this is a bit too long though. We'll see. Yeah, this needs to be 2.5 inches. Let's see. Yeah, I got it way too long. Go this way. Alright. So now we're going to go ahead and cut it out. Yeah, when I finish, Rachel, I'll find it. And I'm not going to, and it's a little bitty piece, so. Thank you, Morlise. I got it a couple of weeks ago. When I ordered it, it was, the shop I ordered it from was out. So, but they had more coming in the following week, so I decided to wait because the guy gave me a really good deal on it. The same name of the shop, they're out of California, and they're called the Sewing Shop. Yeah, they've been in business like 35 years, so I went ahead and I bit the bullet, and I had just bought my Janome probably not even a year ago. And my husband and I talked, and it's like, he said, well, get it if you need it. I'm like, I'm the one that didn't want to pull the trigger. He kept telling me to get it. Hi, Jess. Hi, Shamika. Let's see, who else did I miss? Jess, Shamika. Miss Linda. Marlise. Already said, yeah, I said Marlise already. But so, again, like today we're doing, for the ones that just came in, this is the Iris Mini Crossbody Bag. It's by A Quaint Stitch. I have them linked in my description below. This is a free pattern, and I said it's a nice size crossbody. What was the finished size again? The finished size is a 9-inch width by 7-inch height and 2.25-inch depth. So it's not really big. It's very light to carry. I mean, when I was carrying, I mean, it doesn't get heavy. There's not a lot of, the material I'm using today is actually faux leather. This is actually from Simply Classic. I bought one of their bags, mystery boxes. This is from the mystery box, and it had 6 rolls, each 1.5 yards. So, 1.5 yards in each, on each roll, and had several, all different kinds. So this is the one I chose. It's like, I'll use this. And then I'm using, for my lining, I'm using 100% cotton. It was some material I had made my mom a shirt a few years ago, and I found the material that matched perfectly. So I said, we'll use that. So I'm just cleaning this edge up real. Okay. Get some of our trash out the way. So these are going to be our our straps that are going to hold our big strap. This is going to go on the sides of the purses. And we're going to be putting rivets in these. So I'm going to put these aside for now. Those are done. And the next thing we're going to work on is our crossbody, our strap. This is about 54 inches long. First thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to connect these two. And once I connect them, then we're going to fold them in half. And let's see. Find your corner, draw I draw a diagonal. One, let me grab a clip or two so it doesn't move, and then I'm gonna connect it. So is everybody surviving all that rain? It finally stopped here. Today's been a very pretty day. Okay, so this is how our going to be. We're going to go, I'm going to sew on either side of the seam. Once I cut it, get my, these are my leather scissors. They cut very well through leather and the vinyl. I'm just cutting it down to about 1/4 of an inch. Because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. Finger press it down. And then I'm going to go to the machine and I'm going to sew 1/8 of an inch on either side. Put it up here. There we go. And you just got to make sure your seams are flat on the other side. You don't want to get them crossed over. Okay. One thing with this new machine, I had to keep paying attention to my foot, my pedal. The back part of it, you press down and it'll cut your thread for you, which I'm loving. And when I was first using it, I kept forgetting that. And I'd lay my foot back and it would cut my thread right in the middle of what I was doing. That wasn't fun. But I'm getting the hang of it here. Here we go. And so there we have it. We have seam sewn on both sides. Now we're going to flip it over. Cut down this edge real quick. Okay. Hi, Jennifer Itchy. Let's see, scroll back up, see if I missed anybody again. Well, happy early birthday, Miss Merlinda. I think it's Shamika's birthday at the end of the week, too, so happy birthday, Shamika. Is it today or this weekend? I can't remember. Hi, Kelly. Okay, so now what we're going to do here, we're going to make our strap. And what we're going to do is I'm going to fold it in. And this strap is about 4 inches wide, 54 inches long. Well, I like this one's 53 because I wasn't paying attention and I cut it an inch short. But that's okay. It'll work. So we're going to fold these in like this, and then we're going to fold it again to make our strap. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to put some double-sided tape on it. That way we don't have to fight it as we go. And we're going to do 2 inches. So it's 4 inches, so I'm going to do 2-inch mark in the middle. Here's the 2-inch. I'm using an ink pen for this because you're not going to see it. And I don't want to waste my heat erasable ink on this. So I'm just going 2 inches because this is 4-inch strap. A little bit more to go. All right. Yeah. So now we're going to take our double-sided tape, put it right on that line. That way when we go to fold it in, we have something that'll grip it. So everybody, does anybody have big plans this weekend? Like I said, I have my goddaughter that's playing in a tournament this weekend. Their first game is tonight. So I'm going to head that way tonight. Hopefully. And we're done. I wanted to be more prepped than I am. But when I got home, I had my house full. 2 of my sisters, 1 of my nephews, my 2 boys are here, my husband was here, my mother, so I got distracted, just to say. Alrighty, so now we're going to remove that strip and we're going to fold it over. Let's see, use a pair of scissors. I have an owl around here. I just don't know where it is. Alright. So, like I said, we're going to fold it to the line. Both sides. But this is some, like I said, Simply Classic faux leather from their mystery box. And I've been doing a little bit more organizing around here. I went and bought me metal 5 shells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. To put some of my material on. And I'm still not done yet. And I'm looking at it thinking I might need another one. But I have no room for it. So I'm going to have to get really creative and storing my stuff. And this is, you can actually, if you wanted to, you don't have to make the strap. You can use webbing, pre-made strap. And not even have to go through this step. You can get a pre-made strap and use that, or just get you some nylon webbing. Well, I guess it depends on what material you're using for your purse. I just like to make my own straps. And this faux leather is really, it's soft as well. And I do get some of my hardware I get from Hobby Lobby if I need it in a pinch. There's not much to choose from, so, but if I need it in a pinch, I buy, if I buy it in bulk, I buy it from Amazon. All my links are in the description. Hey, Shay Shay. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate it. I really, really do, so. So, is everybody gearing up for, let's see, Father's Day is coming up. Does everybody have their Father's Day gifts bought or made? I already made my husband a bag. So I'm not sure. He did just ask me though for if I could embroider one of his vest for work for Home Depot. So I told him yeah. And I do have I have some caps I'm going to be embroidering on for a friend of ours' company. So after I'm done with this, that's what I'm going to be switching to, is do some embroidery. Kelly, you're on vacation? Did you go somewhere cool? That's where I would go if I could go on vacation right now. I would not go anywhere hot. We've gone to the beach before with my boys. They don't like it. So we went, let's see, the first time they were really small. They didn't really care for it, but they wanted to go again when they got older. They still didn't like it. So we're not a beach family. Hi, Nikki. Thank you for watching. We're making an iris mini crossbody bag by a Quaint Stitch. It is a free pattern. And it's a free pattern, so you can go, I have the link in my description. You can go and download it there. So now that I have this folded, we're going to fold it in half again. This time I'm just going to put some clips because we're going to be sewing. I could put some more double-sided tape, but I think we're just going to go with the clips. So far, I've not had any bad luck with my my Juki sewing through the double-sided tape. My other machine, I had to use an anti-glue needle, I have not tried any other needle than what came with my machine so far. So I don't know if it'll work or not. We'll have to, I guess, test it out one day. But I do like it. It's very quiet, because at first when I was sewing, I asked my husband, said he hear it? He said, well, it sounds louder than the other one. So he went and sit in the living room, which is just right there. And I sewed all night long. And he got up. He said, you're not going to sew tonight? I said, I've been sewing all night. So he didn't even hear it. So it's very quiet. What we're going to do is I'm going to sew down both sides at 1/4 of an inch from the edges. Oh, and I just broke it. So we started at 4 inches. And now, like I said, we folded it and we ended it, it's now at 1 inch. And I forgot to get my hardware out, so I'll have to get up and get it out. I rearranged everything, put all my hardware in one box with drawers. My husband and I went to ask him. He got home from work and I said, hey, I want to go to Lowe's. He just got home from there. So we went to Lowe's, looked for some stuff. We found the metal shelf there. Went to Home Depot. Home Depot, I found a cabinet that I want. So next week I'm going to go pick that up. Then we went to Stein's. At Stein's I found the box I have all my hardware in. It's one of those boxes that have the little drawers that you can put like screws and bolts and things like that in. I have all my hardware in that, and I still have some free space. So I wanted it in one spot where I could find it. And then I also got me some bins to put up on my pegboard. So I'm really trying to get organized. All right, so we're going to sew down both sides about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. I usually throw this over my shoulder. Okay, move that a little bit so y'all can see. I'm going to back stitch because I don't want this coming apart. Even though you're not going to see the very end, but yeah, this is like very smooth. I don't have any issues with it. It's easy to thread as well. So, like I said, I graduated to this one. My next one is probably going to be an industrial, but I can't get that before I have more space. See, it just went through that seam where I connected these two, the straps, with no issues whatsoever. So I'm thinking next week I'll do something Father's Day related. I have a couple patterns for wallets that we may do. I have, like I said, this machine came with several feet. I actually have 4 quilting foots. 3 of the free motion and the walking foot as well. So I guess I'm going to have to give them a try and try them out. I haven't done so yet. I've only used the regular foot, and then I switched out to another foot that I had ordered for my other machine, and it didn't fit. So I'm actually, yes, it's really quiet. Okay, so we got one side done. We're going to go down the other side now. Same distance. Okay, so oh, am I out of bobbin? I hope not. I think I'm out of bobbin. That was fun. I sure am. I'm out of bottom. I think I have another one already pre-round. Let's see. So I did that the other day because I only have a few and I have some ordering. So let me see, make sure I put them in the right place if I can find them. If not, I'm going to have to wind it real quick. See, I organized and put them where they should go, and you don't remember. Okay, so we're going to wind one. I'm going to see them. Okay, so this wind was popping up real quick. It won't take but a minute. And look, I ran out right at the end of that strip. That is so funny. Okay, so we wind it. Cut it up here. Top here. Oh, I'm gonna move the camera and y'all can see me. See one bobbin. I'm gonna put that through the little hole at the top. Pull it out. Pull it right over here. And there's a little groove it has to catch, sit in. There we go. I'm gonna push this in here. Stop there, cut the top thread off. Let it finish. stops when it's done. Go ahead and rethread the machine. This is different from all my other machines. All my other machines, it was really wasn't a lot of places to go through, but this one. But once you get it, you get it, you know. And it has the automatic threader. Well, not automatic. You gotta manually push the button down. My foot down. Thread. It would go better if you see. If you can see. There you go. And there we're threaded. And in. Thread up. We go. Now we can go. Boy. Now we can get the other side done now. Here we go. No, the bobbins are not magnetic, Rachel. But I'm gonna have to order. I need to order me some. I have them in my Amazon cart to order. But I have to order some for it because none of my bobbins from my other machines will fit it. Okay, so there we go. Got our strap fixed. I'm gonna have to get the hardware. We'll get the hardware in a little bit. Let's get started on that purse. We can move. So what I like about this machine though, I have a lot of throat space. All my other ones, I hardly have any. I have all this space right here, which makes it really, really nice. So. Get some of that cleaned up. We'll put that over there with our straps until we need it. Okay, so the next step, what we're going to do is get that purse together. They have you do the strap because it's that way it's all done. When you're done, it's easier to put it on. So next we're going to do our zipper pocket. And that is right here. Like I said, I went ahead and I interfaced some of this and I didn't have it all cut out. Life happens. So I'm going to just cut around it real quick. And we're going to zipper in. This one out. And I have scraps. Little extra pieces, don't worry, I use them. Because when I do like zipper tabs, things like that, a lot of this comes in handy on my interfacing. I use them like in the back of a snap to give it a little bit more reinforcement. So the part that we're going to be actually putting this on is going to be the lining, the inside lining of the bag, or one of them. And I did all my cotton with the interfacing. And I'm not positive, but this material, if y'all wondering, I got this, I'm pretty sure, from Joann's. Hi, Spill and Diversity. Thank you for watching. What you been ordering, Shay Shay? You have 18 of what? So this is our pocket, and this is our pocket, and this is our lining. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half. I'm going to just finger press it here. Okay. So, oh, I can't see my crease. Might have to draw a line to see it. Okay, so the reason they have us do that is we're going to actually, this is my crease. I'm going to mark the size right here. We're going to draw our zipper placement right here. So we're going to, we're going to go a ½ inch below the crease, and we're going to draw a 6 inch by 3/8 inch rectangle in the center. So this is, we're going to also find our center. Okay. Find my center here and here. There. So this is a 6-inch ruler, so it's perfect size. So I'm just going to center it on the 3-inch mark. And like I said, we're going to go a 1/2 inch below the center crease, which is right here. Okay. 1/2 inch here. There we go. So, and then like I said, our box is going to be 3/8 inch in height. And this is my 3/8 inch mark right here. My husband and son just came in. Is that rain?
Yeah.
I thought you were spraying the hose. Oh, you brought the rain. Okay.
Recording?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
That was my kid. Y'all have seen him on Stacy's Lives before.
The shoes wet at
Okay. So that's the width of our box. Look at that. And it's 6, make sure it's 6 inches long. Yep. 6 inches. All the way to the end. There we go. And then we're going to just close in our boxes. Now you're going to draw a line in the center of this one. So I'm going to go, I thought it was a beautiful day, but it's raining outside, y'all. Pouring. Okay, so we're going to draw a triangle. Go from each corner, draw your triangle. Okay. And then we're going to cut down the center here. Okay. But before we do any of that, we're going to place that on our, right side of our lining as we create our pocket. And then we're going to go 1 1/4 inches down from the top. So we're going to do 1 1/4. And I'm going to find my center on here too, so I can center it. Nothing worse than an uncentered pocket. Usually while I'm at it, I'm going to center the bottom. Let's see if I can find my center here. Wow, I don't think my gotcha will be playing ball today. All right. We're going to go 1 1/4. My center. That's where our crease is going to go. So So, fold our pocket back down. Right. I'm going to make another crease. Right here. Okay. You better make sure everything's measured right. 1 1 1/4. Come up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna come up on this side. Okay, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, and 1 1/4. So there we are. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a pin, and I am gonna pin this. And look, I wasn't paying attention. We gotta flip it around. So I'm gonna draw a line here. I have it upside down. This should be on this side. So there we go. Today is not Monday. Right here. Let's try that again. Let me make sure my pocket is right. Yep. Okay. All right. Now we're good. Now I'm going to get a pin to pin it in place so it doesn't move on us, because now we're going to go ahead and we're going to sew that box. And then once we sew around, we'll cut the center. Let's pin the top too. This is called a welt, W-E-L-T pocket. Oh, shoot, y'all can't see. Let's try that. Sorry. Right. Let's, okay, we can do it. Look at it again. There we go. Take our pins out. So now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to fold this, making sure that this is even. And we're going to cut a slit. So like I said, we're just going to cut down the center line all the way to the tip of your triangle on both sides. And then you're going to cut, don't cut your stitches though, cut the lines that you drew for your triangle all the way up into your stitches. So now, this is what you should have. You should have a rectangle box, cut down the center, and two little triangles on either side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our material and we're just going to stuff it through this pocket, through the hole, both top and bottom. So when you pull it out the back side, this is what you got. Lay everything flat. Just like this. Takes a little bit of finagling, but this is what you should have when you're done. And I'm going to pass the iron on it just to flatten this, the edges. Oh, and my iron is from Michael's. I actually got it on a really good sale. It's clearance. It was on clearance. I can see why, because this thing right here gets really hot. But it works. I mean, it's very convenient. I have my big iron right there, but I use this a lot. Okay. So there's my, what they call the welt pocket. That's how it should look. Because when we're done, we're going to fold it back down like this. And this is what you're going to have. Where you can't, you'll have your pocket like this. And our zipper is going to go right here. But like I said, before we fold it, we got to put our zipper in. So we'll grab a zipper. And we're going to put a zipper in. I think we're going to go with this this light blue. I didn't put one out before. And, so I'm going to cut it longer than what I need. Give me some room. And then I'm going to take my lighter and burn it in. So it doesn't fray. And then zipper's going to go here. We're going to go left to right. So we're going to put our zipper on the right and go left with it. So I'm going to grab a zipper pull that matches. And that would be this gray one. So do that, or I could have gone with that might have been cute, huh? Or a silver. Oh, which ones y'all think should go? Should we go with the pink? It's going to be inside. You're not going to see this on the outside of the purse, so any one of them would go. Oh, I'm thinking this one might be cute. No pink? The middle one, the gray one? Hi, Sean. Thank you for joining. We're doing the Iris Mini Crossbody Tote. Anything but pink. Okay, well, it's not a pink. It's a rose. Either that or we can go add a gray butterfly. But I think we're going to just go with this one right here. Rosalind picked it. Rosalind picked it. All right, so we're going to put on our zipper. I didn't have that one signed. You always should put it on the taller side. Sometimes it makes it a lot easier if you put it on the taller side first and then you slip that shorter side right in. I was trying to do it the other way around. Okay. Yeah, that was rose gold. The first one, you switched them. What do you mean I switched them? One was silver, this one's gray. This one actually goes with the zipper. Alright, the next bag I have some rose gold hardware. I'll use the rose gold. So, but for this one, we're going to go with this. Okay, so now I'm going to put some double-sided tape on this. I like to use the 1/8 inch or the 1/4 inch. Well, yeah, it's an 1/8 inch tape because it just, that way I can keep it out of my my zipper, my zipper. Okay, so we're going to put it right on the edge. Here all the way to the other end. And we'd put another one on this side. Well, I said it was a pretty day, but I don't know if y'all can hear it. The sun's out and it is pouring. It's a good night to stay in, I guess. All right, so I want my zipper to open this way, so I'll make sure when I open it, it opens to that side. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to place this on the back side. I do the top first. Do my double-sided tape. Okay. I'm going to do one at a time so it doesn't all stuck. So I'm going to center this. Get your zipper turned to the bottom. And you do the best you can at getting it lined up with your zipper. Okay. There. So my zipper there. Now I'm going to do the bottom. Okay. That one open. And we'll do the same thing. Flip it around. Try to get it as even as you can. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to sew around. We're going to leave this at the top, and we're going to sew around to where it's going to go around here. And then after we've done that, we're going to fold it over, and we're going to sew our pocket closed. Okay. Make sure this doesn't come unstuck. Pivot again, making sure your pocket is laying flat. Zipper out the way a little bit. Let me finish going around. Cross. Here we go. Now we have our zipper on. There we go. So we have our zipper. You got your mama all cozy? Yeah, my mom's in her room too. She's probably taking a nap because she ate. My sister made her an egg salad sandwich, so I didn't have to worry about supper today. Let's see. I'm gonna see what's next. Been a little bit while since I've made one of these. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over. We're going to turn our flap down. We'll line up our edges. Clip them together. And we're going to sew down both edges. Here. I'm going to move my zipper out the way. So you're going to have to, you can cut your zipper. I'm going to fold this back. And you're going to go about a 1/2 inch seam allowance on either side. So, just make sure your lining is out of the way, and you want to make sure you back stitch. You're not going to close the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Fold this back. Back enough. I want to catch that in there. Okay. There we go. See, it's got on both sides. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut my excess zipper off. Okay. There's pocket. Your bottom is still open right here. So there's your bottom. So once we close it up, you'll have a nice little pocket there. This one, but it's open right now. So that's one side of your lining done. So now we're gonna work on our flap. That is this piece and our lining piece. So I interface the cotton with SF101. There we go. So is it anybody inspired to try and make this one so far? Yeah? No? I say it makes a cute little everyday purse. You can make it with some fun fabric, and it's not too big for a young lady, little girl. Not, I wouldn't say toddler, but you probably could. I mean, if you made it in some fun fabric. Like I said, the last one I made was gray, so I opted to go with this color today to brighten it up. Okay, so this is going to go in my scrap pile. Making bags is just, there's a lot of prep work. Cutting your patterns out, your pieces. Sometimes you have a lot. Sometimes it's not too many. This one's, I guess, about medium. It's got a few pieces. These will go in the trash. Okay. So there's our two pieces. So what we want to do now is we're going to actually take our lining, and I want to mark where I'm going to put my snap. This is going to be the male end of the snap. I'm looking for my water soluble markers. Use this so I can see it. Okay, so I'm going to find my center and I'm going to go 1.25 inches from the bottom. My top while I'm at it. Let's see. So we got 1.25 from the bottom. Okay. So, and to reinforce our magnetic, I'm going to have to move this. To reinforce a magnetic snap, I'm going to use some of that interfacing I have here to put a little box on the bottom. There we go. And so, since we're going to go with thinking of gold. Gold. I think that'll look cute with this purse. So we need 2 of those and 2 of those. So I'm going to find my center where I marked it, and I'm going to put one of these little flat, I guess, I don't know what you want to call it. I'm going to put it in the center of my mark. And I am going to mark the 2 lines on either side of it, so I can cut my little slits in there. See it. Brian. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Use the white. So I'm going to take my seam ripper and cut the 2 little slits. You got to be very careful when you cut these slits, because you don't want to cut too much of your fabric. Just enough so you can slip that prong through. Okay. So now, this side is going to be the male end of it. I can get it undone. It's going to be this end of it. So I'm going to pop it through. What I like to do, everybody knows I like my glue. I use this Fabric Fix. Put a little bit on it, just to kind of help it out. My slits. can see the back. Slits on the back. There's one. And there's two. So there's our snap. Push it down on that glue a little bit. Okay. And so I'm going to put this on the back first. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to mark some slits on there. I'm going to do the other one. We're going to do this one. Seam ripper. You can see what I'm doing better on this. I'm just going to cut some slits in there. Both sides. Like so. Alright, so we're going to slide this over. And now we're going to put our washer. Washer, that's the word I was looking for a while ago. Our washer on. And I am going to flatten them out because it gives you a flatter. There. Okay, there we go. We have our male end of our snap there. So what I like to do is put my stuff on here for right now so I don't lose it. Put that one over here. Okay. Now we're going to actually sew our front and back of this together so we could we're going to put wrong sides together and we're going to sew all from here around, and that way we're going to put our foam, our interfacing on the inside after we sew, not before. So I'm going to put it in a couple places. Y'all, at 6 o'clock, probably not going to be able to finish this one. So we may do a part 2 on this one. And that I'll go ahead and finish it. I'll video finishing it. Y'all want me to? So we're going to go all the way around using 3/8 inch seam allowance. So let's go ahead and do that now. It's about right here. Back stitch. Make it to that corner and turn. And you go around the corner, just the curves, just take it slow. Go around. now I'm going to go ahead and just trim it up a little bit because it'll make it easier to turn. To be honest, Rachel, I mean, the prep takes longer than anything, and I wasn't all the way prepped today. Once I have everything started and, like I said, prepped, I would say probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like I said, if you have everything interfaced and your strap, mark, all your markings done, it wouldn't take that long. So this is what we have now. And we're going to flip it inside out. No, I'm not. I'm not using a walking foot on this. I am using, it's number, let's see, I have some in here. I ordered, like I said, I ordered some for my other machine, but I ordered the wrong one. So, this is, it's a Teflon foot. It's got Teflon on the bottom. And it is a, I gotta get under the light. Whoa. Okay. My glasses are way over there. It is a T36N is the name, and it's for a low shank machine. Let's see if I can, I don't know if it'll focus in, but it's got the yellow top, and it's very narrow. It's got the space right here. You can, that's why I've been using it for everything. Go with zippers, but it's got the Teflon on the bottom, so it doesn't really stick to anything. So, and I had ordered them a while back, probably over 6 months ago, when I got my Janome, and it didn't fit that one. My shank, it was different shank, but this one, it fits perfectly, and I had several of them in a pack, so I like them. What you making over several days? Are you making this? Okay, so just take your fingers and smooth it out. Smooth the corners. But yeah, if you're gonna make I mean, if I want to make more than one, I'm gonna spend time and I'm gonna actually prep all my material, get everything ready, and just assemble it at the machine. And it shouldn't take more than a couple of hours, to be honest. It's a confident beginner. It's not really a beginner pattern. You have to have your basics down. I see, because there's a welt pocket involved, there's hardware involved. So this is going to be the inside of our lid. This is going to be the outside. So now what we got to do is we're gonna insert our stabilizer in here, and then we're gonna sew it closed. And so I pre-cut a stabilizer. I'm hoping it fits. It might be too big, but we shall see. Nope, it should fit. So our stabilizer is going to go in here. Like I said, in this pattern, some patterns you would sew it in, but this pattern calls for you to slide it in after. You just go ahead and flatten it out. Slip that in. Make sure it goes all the way to the bottom. Yeah, the last purse I did like this, I used foam. batting, and the purse is very, very soft. Okay, right. So there's our flap. So now we're going to go and we're going to actually sew all the way around. And we're going to sew around about 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. So we're going to try to sew as close to the edge. So you want to flatten it as much as you can, like this. And then, like I said, we're going to start at this top corner here. Let's see. Here we go. And you just take your time with it. There's no rushing. I mean, if you want your stitches to come out really nice, that's one thing I have learned since making bags. Slow and steady. Because if you try to rush through something, it's not to your advantage. Okay, so going around the corner, so we're going to go slow. Okay. All right. And then we're going to go across the top. Turn up here. Oh, we need to go one more stitch. Yeah, so this Rachel, this foot actually helps on this faux leather. It moves really smooth over it. Alrighty. So there is our flap with our snap on it. So that's done. I'm going to put that aside. Put my snaps up. I'm going to get my rivets out because we need some rivets in a little bit. Put my pattern pieces that I don't need off to the side. And so now we actually get to start assembling the outside of the bag. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. This one's done. We're going to take, there was 4 pieces that you had to mirror. So these are 4 pieces, 2 and 2. So when I cut the pattern piece out, put the front face up, and then I had to flip it over and then cut the other 2 out. So this is actually a bunch of little pieces put together. Just because these are our side panels. So when I cut them, I cut one like this, and then I had to flip it, and you cut the other one like that. So that's whenever they tell you to go ahead and mirror, that's what you're going to be doing. So back the pattern piece we do not need. These are the rest of our pieces. Lining the side. Flap the side. Okay. So basically you're going to take one of the panels and you're going to attach it to a side piece. This is one panel. That's your center panel. I'm looking for panel A. E. That D. That C. And looking for my A panel. I know I cut it. see. Panel 8 is what I'm missing. This is, we're gonna, the left side of panel, side panel, it's gonna go onto this. So, take your panel face up, and then we're gonna take this one face down, and we're gonna sew along that edge, and then we're gonna do the same. We're gonna take another panel, and we're gonna sew it along this edge. So, let's see. And this is, let's see, we're going to sew 1/4 of an inch. Okay, that's one side, just like that. And I'm going to take the other one, line it up. Set it here. We're going to go forward and back. So, there's going to be one side of our bag. So now, take it slow. You should, whatever you're making, you should take it slow if you want. I like to rush through things too, but okay. So I'm gonna open this up, and we're gonna top stitch on the other side. So we're gonna flatten this, and I'm gonna top stitch on either side of that seam right here, about 1/8 of an inch. This is it's create a really pretty decorative part of the bag. It kind of dresses it up a bit. That's one side. Let's do the other side. That's why I like this presser foot, because you can get really close to your seams with this one. Yeah. Just like this. Thank you, Rachel. I like doing the purses. I really do. I get a finished product I can use. Makes great gifts. The other side. Okay, there you go. but the back side is flat. So that's one side of your panel. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the bottom to this. We're going to do panel C, bottom panel here. And we're going to take our straight edge, move this out the way. We're going to take our straight edge, we're going to line it up here, and we're going to flip it over. So we're going to center it. So I'm going to find my center here. Find the center here. Now there's a video out. I need to put her link in. But there's a video out of someone making it, and she does really good. She's really good at it, and she has a couple of tips on the corners. I'm probably not going to do that. Just line up the edges, and then we're going to sew again at 1/4 of an inch. Okay. And guess what we're going to do? What stitch length? I am using a stitch length of 3 on my machine. So now we're going to do the same exact thing that we just did with the 2 side panels. We're going to top stitch both of our flaps here down. So just kind of, I don't have one of those. I need to get me one. A seam roller to flatten these things down. So, but make sure it's opened up. And we're going to do the same thing of 1/8 of an inch. Lay it flat. Start right here. I just put my finger underneath it to guide it to make sure it stays flat. You can pretty much feel the flap underneath here. So I'm getting to the seam intersection here. See, it went, this machine, I'm in love with it, went right over that seam with no issues. There's that one. Now let's do the other one. This purse has a lot of finishing. It's, I guess you would call it finishing stitches, top stitches. It's wanting to flip. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Top stitch front, and then it's flattened on the back. So there's one panel. And I don't think I cut out. I think I'm missing one of my center panels. Don't know where it is. Okay. And so basically now we're gonna it's telling me put my stabilizer. I also have a stabilizer for this one. And turn it over. And we're gonna do this. I cut a little bit too big, so I'm gonna cut off because once you don't want to you want it out, pretty much out of your seam allowance. So I'm gonna cut a little bit off of here. Cut some over here. Not much longer. It's taking longer than I wanted. Okay, guys. So the Teflon, I didn't get it. You told me you got a Teflon foot when you were shaved. I didn't get one with mine. These I ordered when I was using my Janome. When I got that, I ordered these to go with that, but it didn't fit, and I never returned them. I'm glad I didn't because it fits perfectly on this one. So I'm gonna find the link for this foot, and I'll put it in the description. But thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate it. If you take your time, everybody can get to this level. If you like to sew, you can do it. Well, you told me the other day that you got, when we were talking about what I got, what you got, you said you had the Teflon foot. It's with the white bottom. It's your foot, the white foot. It's either a white foot or it has a white bottom on it. So, okay, guys. I know I didn't finish, but we got our panel done. We got our strap sewed together. We got our nice flap. So basically, when we're going to close it, you're going to have this, it's going to open up to this, and this is going to fold in and be our flap. You can add something here if you want, like a, the picture has. It has like an emblem or something. You can probably glue something to that. But on this one, I don't think I'm putting anything on the front. The other one, I had my tag on it. I'll probably put my tag on the inside of this one. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish it. But I'm going to go ahead and do a video for y'all. I got to get off of here. My husband's saying, how much longer you going to be? Yes, it's coming along. I said if I would have been all prepared and had all my stabilizer cut and ironed on and cut out, it would have went much quicker. So, but thank you guys for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Y'all are the best, and thank you for supporting me in my little journey here. I really, really appreciate it. Nope. It might help if y'all saw me, huh? Let's do that. Okay. But I really appreciate y'all supporting me in this little journey of mine. I never would have thought I was going to be on YouTube like my kids. But it's been fun, and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy teaching, um, and there's more to come. Like I said, my new Juki, so I have a lot more avenues I want to go down, and I can't wait to go there. But like I said, I do love teaching, so there's a few things I have in mind of what I want to do, and it's gonna come along. I can't wait. I can't wait. So if y'all have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My email is in the description, and I can answer, help out, walk you through anything you need. Somebody was asking me about a lot of free bag patterns, crossbodies. This one is a free pattern. It's a quaint stitch, and it's called the Iris Crossbody Mini Crossbody Bag. It is, like I said, it's not big at all. It's a 9 by. Let me grab this so I can show you guys. This is my hand. So that's about how big, it is. And this is the flap we just made. So this is how it's going to attach to the back panel. And so, no, I wasn't missing a panel. The back is actually a straight panel. So, but this is the snap I have on this one, and I did add my tag right here in the corner. But, and then I'll add some hardware to it, and some not snaps. I can't think of the word. Anyway, but this one also has a pocket in it. And this one I did put the wrong way, but it's got a nice size pocket. It'll fit a small phone, but the bag will fit a wallet. I mean, everything you need. So snaps, and like I said, and it's a good size. It's not wide at all. It's like, it's not even the length of my finger. So it's not wide at all. It's wider on the bottom than the top. And it said it's pretty. It's like 7 inches deep. So it's a good bag to make. Once you get the hang of it, it'll go. Thank you, Shamika. Thank you, Sean. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. So y'all have a good weekend. Hopefully you don't get rained on. I still got a lot more organizing to do. And then I'll go ahead and video myself finishing the bag. So, and I'll post it this weekend. All right, y'all have a great night, and we'll see you later. So, let's see. If I can find my mouse, I can probably end the broadcast. Y'all have a great one. Bye.